So we need to have our morning conversation. I think we need to continue on from our very early morning chat. And it's all got to do with yesterday because they realized there is no communication. And unlike anything we've ever seen in this country, we have a generation on whom you're not going to plant ideas, on whom you're not going to force anything down their throats. They know what they want, they're educated, they're intelligent, and they're persistent. Yesterday taught me one thing. This young generation are going nowhere. So the way we normally deal with people in this country is not the way you deal with them. Si kama sisi. Sisi unatwangwa kadhaa wote wananyamaza. This generation is not like that. So the way your modus operandi has got to change as government. It's got to change the way you deal with them. And since they will not reach out to each other, let them reach out to each other here. What can the government do? What can the president do to fix this? Young people, I'm talking to you. If you're a parent of a young person, I talked to a parent yesterday. And he said, I was just listening to that conversation and my heart was in my mouth because my daughter had told me she must go to town and there was nothing I could do to stop her. And that is the most vulnerable point a parent can get to. So if you were the president, what did you do to fix it? Young guys, Gen Z, give me a call. What does the president have to do to fix this? Because there's got to be some to and fro at some point. There's got to be a meeting point at some point. What is it? How does that meeting point look like? And what does he have to do? Why don't you give me a call on 0711-046-105 or hit me up on X. I'd love to hear from you at Classic 105 Kenya or at It's Maina Kigeni. Hashtag is Maina in Kingangi. Here's the thing, and the president's men need to understand, these kids are not going away. They're not going away. This is not the generation you'll deal with them they used to deal with our generation. This is a different breed. This is almost a different species. So how do we get along? 0711-046-105 is my number. At Classic 105 Kenya or at It's Maina Kigeni. Hashtag is Maina in Kingangi. Hit me up on X. Tafadhali, yeah? So we need to find a middle ground. In our very early morning chat, there's a gentleman who called in and said, Gen Z will not budge. This government will not budge. But something's got to give. One thing is a guarantee. These Gen Zs are going nowhere. They are as determined and as persistent as ever. So what do the president have to do to fix this? The reason why we need to go with what Gen Z want done is because they're the majority. Just makes sense. Like they say in democracy, the majority have their way, the minority have their say. Kamjoro, good morning. Saying, Maina, it's our moment. Come 2027, we're not voting for anyone above 40 years old. We have the numbers, we've got the brains, everything it takes to lead this country. No one is going to steal our future from us. What's coming is bigger than what we're seeing now. Hey. Brown Nika, good morning to you. Saying it's very simple. If you don't have... Hold on, let me just go back to your message. It has disappeared somewhere here. Don't know where it went to. Chedemula is saying, let the president know the power of the people is greater than the people in power. Not everything is solved by using force. Wow. Bronica, I'm looking for your message because you are talking about something very, very important. I want to know what he has to do to make it up to you. Because this is your country. Of that, there is no doubt. Of that, there is no argument. Yeah. Here you are, Brownica, saying it's very simple. If you don't have the intention of moving this country forward, just don't vie for anything. Paul Bunch is saying, Lucky Dube said, born to suffer. Serafina said, freedom is coming tomorrow. And South Africa saw the revolution for change. Bangladesh saw a president flee. There are so many questions here because there are too many loose ends. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Hello.
Hello, Maina.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. My
Yes.
name is Simon.
Yes, Simon.
I wanted to kuchangia on that.
Karibu sana, karibu.
Okay, so there's nothing he can do at this point.
How old are you? Are you a Gen Z?
Yeah, I'm 23 years old.
So why are you saying there's nothing he can do at this point?
Okay, let me ask you. Let's put this way, Maina. Put yourself in his shoes and tell me what you can do at this point.
That is what I'm asking. You know me, my opinion doesn't matter here. I just want you to tell me why you feel there's nothing he can do.
Because he broke the trust we had. You know, when someone trusts you with with whatever they have, you don't break that trust. They will never trust you again.
So
we believed in him. We campaigned for him. We did everything for him. Then later on, we look at where we are. I'm living alone. The money that I make every day it's hand to mouth. You know.
You said you're living alone,
and the money that I make every day is not even enough to even start my own business. Everything is so hard right now. Everything is just so expensive. You are just paying rent. You are just paying bills every time. Bills zimekuwa mingi sana. Like everyone, it's hard. Ni ngumu Maina. We just need a revolution from that generation. Yeah, colonialism. We don't want them.
You don't want anyone from that generation.
Exactly. We don't want no one from that. But their mentality, the mentality they have, is not the same as the mentality we have.
So let me ask you a question. Why then not wait until 2027 to vote him out?
I think the pressure iko ground is too much. It's too much to hold.
Wow.
Yeah, it's too much to hold, Maina. Right now mzazi anakupigia simu anakuomba pesa. Ukimwambia huna anakuuliza kwani huwa usave? What are you saving? Pesa yenye mimi mwenyewe napata hata initoshi mimi nikiwa peke yangu. The pressure is too high.
So what do you want him to do right? If he could do something today, what would that be?
Apeane tu hiyo kiti iende.
Kwa nani?
The maandamano shit won't end. We don't want you to end. We will come back to the street because we mtu anatubeba like we are high school kids.
Okay.
Thank you, Maina.
Asante sana. Wow. Wow. Hello. Hello. Hello, Classic 105.
Hello, Classic 105, Mr. Maina. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the weekend.
It starts right here, right now. Niambie.
Sasa Maina, wacha nikuambie kitu moja Maina. You know, hawa wazazi wenye wale waoga. Tunasema ni wazazi wetu wale ni waoga.
Ni waoga. Wazazi wenyu ni waoga.
Ni waoga. Lakini hata wenyewe wanajiuliza nani alizaa hawa vijana ambao hawaokopi. Maina, ukituangalia jana tukiwa kwa street pale Thika Road, hata ukiangalia kila mahali tulikuwa tunaenda na movement, ungefikiria ni mtu anatupanga.
Yeah.
Yeah, na sisi huwa hatuokopi because watu sisi hatutaki hata watupee kazi yenye hatutaki kuingia kazi kwa serikali. Sisi tulitaka watufanyie kazi, wao wenyewe wametufail na imani ishapotea kabisa. Hatuwataki tena Maina. Haki sisi tunasema mimi hata waje niseme itutoke,
sema ikutoke.
Hatuwataki. Mimi ningekuwa saa hii Rais William Ruto, msema kweli kabisa, ningeresign. Hakuna yule anaweza ongoza watu wenye hawakutaki. Heshima na Maina, waje nikuambia, hata wanakusikiza, najua wanakusikiza leo. Kama wajapigia bosi wako simu, shauri yao, wajue kwamba election hata ikiitishwa kesho iko tayari.
So let me ask you, mbona msingoje mpaka 2027?
Hapana, 2020, unajua wao uliona juzi Kimani Chungwa ile majority leader alisema zile vitu zenye tulikuwa tunapigania last year walipitisha December. Unaona hiyo bado ni kejeli. Na 2027 iko mbali. Hakuna vile 2027 itafika wakati inchi itakuwa imeinama. Na hatuwezi ona hii generation, my friend, inchi kiinama wakati sisi tunaona mambo inaenda ikienda mrama. Hatuko tayari. Tunataka hata hao wenye nakuja huku nyuma anajiita alpha wapate inchi ikiwa sawa.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Wow. I mean, wow, just wow. Are you listening to them? Can you see a solution? What's your opinion? Let's talk. We're talking about building bridges. We all, if you are ever in doubt about the resolve of Gen Z, you saw it yesterday. Do not doubt their resolve. They are not going away. You know, after last year, and after the protest ended, everyone thought now life has gone back to normal. Yesterday taught us otherwise. And suddenly you're dealing with a generation who you can't deal with like the way you used to deal with our generations. Force will not work with Gen Z. Forcing things down their throat will not work with Gen Z. So what's the way forward for government? What does the president have to do to fix this? Because it must be fixed. These Gen Zs are the majority in this country. Can't ignore that. David Geto Flowers, good morning, saying governance is key towards a prosperous Kenya. We don't like the looting of public resources. It's very painful. We've got many people suffering, yet we can't put food on our table. Harriet Ogola, good morning. Saying, Maina, I am taxed to death and I see them giving away 100 million shillings a week in Harambes. You think that's not painful? Victor Cormier saying, I think this generation is unstoppable. They're not going to stop this anytime soon. They won't change. And until that change comes, we will not stop. We are young people. We are out here. We are jobless. Wow. I want us to talk because the day we stop talking is where the problems begin. Hello. Good morning.
Okay, let me tell you, Vaida.
Yeah.
It's one of the difficult moments we are passing through. I'm a parent.
Yeah.
I'm not a Gen Z, but slightly, I'm a millennial. But nakaribia Gen Z.
Yeah.
It's the first time we are suffering. No employment. I was employed some time back. We got letters for redundancy because the company was not able to hold us. We went home. You will try your business. It's not working out. Kids are not going to school because you don't have fees. What will you do? The business environment is so difficult. Ile pesa unapata kidogo kanjo wanakukimbilia. The kids ask you, Papa, why am I not going to school tomorrow? You tell her you don't have money to pay school fees. What do? Kibaki gave us free education. Look at the public schools. There are no public schools here in Nairobi, Maina. Give me one which you can have a vacancy for you to take. Give me one ministry in Ruto's government which is working. Wanatufinya kulipa tax, they steal our money. That's the biggest problem. You cannot go on dishing out money and unaona ile kitu yenye mtu anakuambia utadu, I've taken your money, utadu, like that mkimani chungwa. And just flattering us and making noise to us like, whatever you wanted, you were making noise last year, we passed them secretly. Mutadu. You see?
Yeah.
And we are the ones who elected them. Maina, it's really frustrating. This morning, I'm in school trying to negotiate with the principal, like, I don't have money, give me some more time.
Okay.
You see the stress which is under us?
Yeah.
Asire kuna Wakenya hapa nje. Unaongesha gari kidogo watu ni mangume because they are frustrated. There's no money. Nothing you can do. Families are being broken because the economy is really doing badly. And they think that they are not seeing it. They pretend they are not seeing it. We are really frustrated. But the maandamano was good. Only let the government stop sponsoring goons in demonstrations. Ndio wanaleta goons wanakuja kuharibu so that they can tell us that the maandamano was bad.
Okay.
So the best thing is, waache kiburi, waache kuipa pesa yetu. Let them work if they want peace. Let them change. Hautafuta all the CSS, afterwards unawashift. Do this, like, what will you do? Na Ruto aache kiburi. He's really like, he's our employer lakini anatuletea kiburi sana.
Okay. Thank you.
We're really frustrated. As a person, I'm really frustrated.
Thank you.
Good day.
Ongea ikutoke. Tusipoongea is when the problem will begin. So ongea ikutoke. Close our discussion. It's a very important conversation because normally in Kenya, before these Gen Z guys came up, what would happen is we'd make noise. Then you're told ABCD and then it's swept under the carpet. Something else comes up that grabs the national attention. And before you know it, you've forgotten everything. That was how we used to deal with things in Kenya. What this generation, Gen Z's, taught us yesterday is that they're going nowhere. And that they've got certain things they need done because they are suffering. And I don't think there's anything worse than you being so young in your prime with no opportunity. And yet to some people, they seem to be swimming in a sea of money and opportunity. There's a balance we've got to strike there. There's a conversation we need to have. I've got a caller who called in earlier this morning, said the problem is Gen Zs won't budge, the government won't budge. But something's got to give. And it's a conversation we need to have because we as Kenyans have got to solve this amongst ourselves. So what can the president do to at least initiate something that will lead to a better place? Because right now where we are is not so nice. Where we are is not so nice. And we need to be honest about that. Silas Lusava, good morning. Saying the president should start by firing those around him who are misleading him and living opulent lifestyles and showing us the middle finger. Jennifer Kennedy is saying, if Kenyans are paying taxes but it's used for the betterment of people's lives, there will be no one complaining. Anjing is saying, the president has to think outside the box to create jobs for this youth. They're not going to stop. He has to find something. Hawa si wakazi ya mtaani, hapana, hawa wamesoma. There's an issue. And I think the thing here is these young kids are the majority. Look, there's always a path to a way better. A better place. That's what I believe. We've got to find it. Hello?
Good morning, Maina.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
I'm a police officer.
You're a police officer, huh?
Yes, I got sick. I got an accident.
Yeah.
I follow up with SHA.
Yeah.
We were told to get a referral.
A referral from where?
From the hospital where I started the treatment.
Uh-huh.
Now that I cannot be treated,
Yeah.
I'm in the house worried.
Yeah.
I watched yesterday what happened. I wish and I know that hope will come, that change will come. We are so much worried. Everywhere, there is no system of the government which is working.
Okay.
Oh, God. I wish something would be done.
So have you gotten treatment?
No.
So who are you talking to? Are your bosses aware?
Our bosses are aware. They cannot do anything. Because at the end of the day, when you are a police officer and you get injured, the burden carried for the family. Nobody who will take care, not even a police officer who will come to your house to look for you. We are so much worried.
Wow.
Minor. We don't know who we are working for. People who cannot help us. The government cannot help us. You get sick, nobody who will look for you except your family.
Wow, okay.
Yes, Minor. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm sure government is listening. I hope you've taken notes. I hope you're able to do something. I hope we're able to pay more attention to these young people. There's a path to getting around this. And that path will require a lot of sincerity. And I hope we have it. I really hope we have it.